Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to A.O.S Academy. Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to A.O.S Academy's YouTube channel. Here we talk about everything related to language studies, exam preparations for those who want to prepare for IELTS, TEF Canada, or TCF Canada examination. And we also work on Canada immigration processing for those who are working on their study permits, their work permits, or their permanent residency. So in this session today, we are going to continue with our Q&A, which was actually part of our JAPA to Canada in 2023 Q&A session we had on our webinar. And today's question is going to be the question 144. And the question states that how do one migrate to Canada based on full student scholarships? And which Canadian schools offer full scholarships? The question was asked by Michael Opadijo. I hope I pronounced that well. From Nigeria, and it was extracted once again from our JAPA to Canada in 2023 Q&A sessions. Now, there are a lot of questions relating to immigration when it comes to study visas, because a lot of people want to migrate to Canada through the student route, and it's one of the ways we say it's the fastest way to actually relocate or to move to Canada. So I would say if you as a person, if you as a student want to actually migrate to Canada by obtaining full scholarship to study at a Canadian educational institute, I would say that yes, you can actually get full scholarships. Though scholarships are competitive, but that does not mean that you cannot actually get them. And there are some scholarships that cover the tuition fee, the cost of the tuition fees, the books, and even the living expenses. You understand? And that would definitely make it easy for you to actually focus on your studies and make the most out of your time in Canada. While there are some other scholarships that are kind of partial scholarship, maybe it covers some percentages of the tuition, maybe 50% percentage or 25% of that particular tuition you have to spend. And some of them may not even contain, or you understand, have embedded in it some living expenses or cost of books and resources that you are going to be using while you are in school in Canada. However, in order to be eligible for these scholarships, either the full-time or the partial scholarships, you will need to have some certain requirements. In other words, you have to have a very strong academic record. You understand, in terms of if you have a 2-1, for instance, from your bachelor's degree or a first class, then certainly it will be much more easier for someone like you to get scholarship than someone that has a third class or pass from a college. Also, if you were a brilliant student in your secondary school, like you had very good results in your WAEC or in your JAM, it will be much more easier for you to get such scholarships, especially the full-time scholarship, the full scholarships. And if, for instance, you show that you have a financial need, and this one is for people that not necessarily are good academically, but they need the scholarship financially because they can't afford to actually study with their own, you understand, limited fees. So as a result of that, the school or the organization or the government can actually give them scholarships. And there are a lot of scholarships that are out there based on your background. Maybe if you are coming from an Asian country or an African country, there are some based on your interests. Like there are lots of scholarships out there that is based on people or students who want to actually go study technology, IT, you understand, or maybe the health sector. There are a lot of scholarships around that, you understand, around that area or that niche. Also, if you have a particular goal that you want to achieve, maybe for instance, your scholarship is based on research and you want to actually achieve some certain kind of outcome towards your project or towards your thesis or your dissertation works, then a lot of organizations, a lot of companies, and even schools would give you scholarship based on that, you understand, merit. So there are many Canadian universities and colleges that offer full scholarships to international students specifically, not only the permanent residents or the Canadian citizens. For instance, I would give about 8 to 10 different universities that you would most likely get, you understand, full scholarships. The very first university, which is quite popular, in the minds of people is the University of Toronto. University of Toronto is in Canada. It's precisely around the Ontario province. So you can actually get full scholarship in the University of Toronto. McGill University as well, you could get scholarships, full scholarships based on the program you're actually applying for. We also have University of British Columbia. It is a very popular university in Vancouver, British Columbia. You could get full scholarships there. Simon Fraser University too is a very good university. Dalhousie University, you could get scholarships. The University of Alberta, Canada is a very good university as well to get scholarships. Concordia University is also a good one. University of Montreal in Quebec is a very good university. York University is also one of the very good universities and top universities over there. You could get full scholarships. And University of Waterloo. University of Waterloo is a very good university as well that you could get scholarships from. Now, I've listed about 10 of them, but I want you to take note of something. If you are working towards getting scholarships, you have to note that scholarships, once again, are very, very competitive, highly competitive. And definitely, the schools can not always give all students scholarships. Do you understand? All school students cannot qualify to get not even, you understand, partial scholarship or full scholarships. So if you want to get a scholarship from a school, you have to know that there are limited spots available. And to increase your chances of obtaining that scholarship, you would certainly need to start your research early. You need to start researching the schools, like some of the schools I gave you already, to know what are their requirements, what are the necessary information you have to know when it comes to seeking full scholarship from those universities. You also have to submit your application very, very fast, like as soon as possible. As soon as the school shows it out that yes, it is giving out scholarships, you have to really, really apply fast in order to be one of those that would actually win the scholarship. And if you are awarded a scholarship, you need to also maintain a certain CGPA. Do you understand? Cumulative grade point average. That means that you would not need, you will not, it's not going to, you will not be able to continue getting that scholarship if your CGPA reduces. And different schools have their different CGPAs that they use. Some schools can actually make use of the 4-point CGPA. Some could go as low as 3.5. It depends on the school and what exactly the school really wants. And you also have to fulfill other requirements set by that particular institution in order for you to keep the scholarship. Take, for instance, if the school states that, okay, you need to also participate in some programs or in some activities, you will need to participate in them. If it says that you need to be of good conduct, you don't need to be found, you understand, wary of not attending classes, for instance, or not doing some of the assignments and the exercises or assessments required of you, then you need to make sure that you are always up and doing in those areas. And even after completing your studies, there are a lot of universities that if you are maybe, for instance, studying for bachelor's and you maintained your scholarship within the 3 years or the 4 years studies, they can actually continue giving you scholarship for master's level if it has actually been stated initially. Also, you could also get to be eligible for, you understand, the graduate work permit. You understand, it's very, 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 very required of you, so that you will be able to work while you, or as soon as you finish your, you understand, your schooling, as soon as you finish your program in that particular university. And you can also be eligible for permanent residency in Canada as well, because once you are able to maintain a very good grade and you are employable, you understand, you are someone that is actually good in what you do, then the immigration body, or perhaps if you apply through the Canadian government, you could, or the provincial government, say to speak, you can actually get to be eligible. And depending on your immigration status, you may need to actually still stay back in Canada in order to get that opportunity. However, I want to also crave your indulgence that it is important for you to keep in mind that once you are obtaining a scholarship and you are migrating to Canada through this route, it is a complex and sometimes time-consuming process, because you would need a lot of documentations. You will need to meet a lot of, you understand, requirements. You may need to tick a lot of boxes that you don't want to tick. Like, take for instance, many people don't always want to write IELTS examination or TEF Canada or GRE examinations. And in that issue, it's in that context, it may be a kind of requirement they use to actually fiddle out people that are not interested in writing the exams. You understand? So as a result of that, they may actually use it to limit the amount of people, because thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people, are also trying to get that scholarship. You two are also, you understand, you're also fighting for, or you're also trying to get. So they would look for all other requirements that would not make it quite easy on you to get that scholarship. Or I won't say not easy, but it would be a challenge for you if you are not, you understand, time up and doing. And that's why it's important for you to know the requirements before they even put it out there. You understand? And you need to also consult the school, consult their website to know that, okay, past people that have gotten this so-called scholarship, how have they fared in terms of the scholarship? What were their terms and conditions for people that got that scholarship? How did it help them in their own schooling activities? And you understand, even beyond schooling, what was the way, how did it help them to actually not just finish from the school, but also get job offers, but also get, you understand, permanent residency status after their study in Canada and things like that. You need to also do your own research and make sure that you are not just in the dark when it comes to the requirements for actually getting that scholarship, maintaining that scholarship, and as well continuing to, you understand, benefit from the post scholarship advantages or opportunities. So thank you very much. I hope you got value from that. If you need more information about how to achieve your goal in getting scholarships based on the 10 schools I mentioned for scholarships, then you can actually reach out to us on aosacademy.com, our website, or you could send us an email on admin@aosacademy.com. Now that reminds me, a lot of people have been sending us emails. Really appreciate, and we have been getting tons of emails, and we have been trying to actually keep up with responding to them. Just wait a little for a day or two if we are not actually responding to your emails as fast as possible. Likewise, you can always chat us up on WhatsApp on +234 810 771 4449. Now, for fast response, a lot of people are chatting us on WhatsApp now, so we would quickly respond to you through that means instead of the email. But any way that is fine by you is also okay. So thank you very much. Kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. Hit on the notification bar to get notified anytime we drop a content, and like and share this video with your friends and family and all other students who want to actually get scholarships as well in a Canadian school. Thank you very much once again, and I do hope you have a lovely day ahead. Bye for now.